What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I'm going to be talking about how 343 can improve the Halo franchise and make way more money. Now, if you're in tune with the Halo franchise, then you probably know 343 has made a lot of very questionable decisions. And I'm not just talking about decisions that hurt Halo, Microsoft, and 343's reputations, or decisions that damage the player base. I'm not just talking about the damage that Halo Duty 4 and the game that shall not be named had on the franchise. I'm also talking about the decisions they have made as a business that limit the profits and popularity of their products. And this is going to be a two-part video series directed specifically at 343 Industries staff, because they definitely need to be reminded of all the money they are missing out on. Now you might be thinking, Actman, what sort of business advice could you possibly give 343? Well, what if I were to tell all of you that you could make a game that was really good, sell a bunch of copies, and make a lot of money because it was a really good game? What if I were to tell you you didn't need a microtransaction system that jeopardized the gameplay and effectively split the multiplayer into two different sections? What if 343 Industries were to make such a great Halo game it restored our faith in them and in the Halo franchise? But I mean, that's just crazy talk, isn't it?
That's not crazy talk.
The basic business advice that I'm giving here is that by improving the quality of the games, you will sell more copies of those games. Alright? So just remember, guys, that 343 is a part of Microsoft, and this video is geared towards both of them. I'm making this video because I want 343 to be a business that makes decisions that benefit the game, profits, and quality of the experience. And to really get my point across, I'm going to be putting myself in the shoes of a businessman trying to sell a product. As of the last 4 years, 343 and Microsoft represent the type of businessman that doesn't know what product they are selling. Now, a big point I want to make in this video is that the games that 343 has made have severed the connection with a lot of their consumers, because each game that they come out with is radically different than the last. And I want to say that in order for 343 to make way more money on the sales of Halo games, they're going to need to build on the things that made the franchise so popular in the first place. Basically, all the points I'm going to make in this video are things that need to be done in Halo 6 and any main Halo games in the future. So let's jump straight into this and I'll show you everything. Number 1. Basic selling points. So let's talk about the basic selling points of pretty much any video game. Can I play it with my friends? How much content does it offer? Does it work properly? Is the overall experience fun? And how many reasons do I have to play the game? People buy Halo games for tons of different reasons. That's one of the things that has made the series so popular over the years. There's something for everyone. So we'll be taking a look at a lot of these reasons, what Halo has to offer, and how 343 is missing a lot of profits and not taking advantage of the market they have. Number 2, the power of Machinima. Machinima and cinematic videos, montages, and Halo YouTubers are a market that consists of videos totaling over 1 billion views on just YouTube alone. This is insane exposure for the franchise. This market of Machinima has its roots dating back to the original Halo. In fact, Rooster Teeth was actually trying to post their Red vs. Blue videos under the radar of Microsoft and Bungie because they were scared that they would get taken down. On the contrary, Microsoft contacted them and encouraged them to continue, saying they would have to pay no licensing fees. Obviously, Microsoft and Bungie understood the importance of letting people make these fun fan-made videos because it would grow into something huge. And just look at Rooster Teeth and Machinima. Look at how big those channels are. So there's no question of Halo video producers' importance to Halo and the markets and profits it represents. While it might not be directly linked to sales, the exposure and promotion it gives Halo is incredible. But wait, looking at the Red vs. Blue channel, doesn't even look like they're using Halo 5 in their Machinima videos at all. Isn't that kind of weird? They've used every other Halo for their Red vs. Blue videos. What about the new Machinima controls? Those are supposed to make these videos easier than ever to make. Oh, but wait, Rooster Teeth makes their videos using System Link and split screen. Two things that are not in Halo 5. Hope you guys at Red vs. Blue don't mind changing the entire way you've been making these videos for over a decade. I mean, hey, we got 60 frames per second, right? That's worth it, right? I mean, do you guys at 343 honestly expect Rooster Teeth to get 16 Xboxes, 16 copies of the game, 16 subscriptions to Xbox Live just to film Machinima on Halo 5? That's ridiculous. Oh, and what about the rec system? How are the members of Rooster Teeth supposed to get the armor and helmets of the entire cast of Red vs. Blue? Matter of fact, how is anyone supposed to get a specific helmet or armor set they need for a video when it's all random? And if those three things weren't bad enough, theater in Halo 5 is utterly broken. And it got even worse in the last update. We could go on and on and on, talking about how absolute shit Halo 5's theater is. First off, it's mind-blowing that theater is in the state that it is for a AAA game this far into Halo 5's lifespan. Second, it's mind-destroying that it hasn't been fixed yet. And third, it's fucking insane that this market has been neglected by 343 Industries, a market that was pivotal to the success of the franchise, a market that gives their product billions of views, a market that makes people happy and inspires them to make content, furthering this cycle of promotion and constant exposure. It's no wonder Red vs. Blue isn't making Machinima videos with Halo 5. 343, do you understand how all these problems factor into the decline of the Halo Machinima community? You have slapped this market in the fucking face. And the worst part, the state of Halo 5's theater does extreme damage to profits, promotion, and exposure of the game. And it does so with no positive repercussions. It gives the fans nothing but negatives. People don't want to use your theater. They don't want to make videos because they don't want to go through the trouble and hassle of overcoming all the fucked up bugs and glitches that ruin the clips they're trying to get to make the videos for you to get exposure and billions of views. Actually, the worst part is that this was a gigantic, astronomical community that was fostered and nurtured from the inception of the first game 15 years ago. And in Halo 5, it has suffered serious neglect and decline. 343, please take advantage of the Machinima, montage, cinematic, and video making community. Make a proper, functioning theater, and you will reap nothing but benefits for your product. Number 3, Playable Elites. Now, to add on to the Machinima aspect, let's talk about the value of Playable Elites, right? It's a topic that's probably been done to death, but doesn't that say something? Doesn't that say something about what the fans want? Being able to play as Elites in Halo 2, 3, and Reach not only added a new element to customization and fantasies of Halo fans, but it also opened the door for unique Machinima videos. On top of this, if Halo 6 has a microtransaction system that is only tied to customization, now I won't go into the specifics of this, but people would be very much willing to buy some badass elite armor with real money. And this also adds on to the content and variety of the games themselves. Remember how Invasion in Halo Reach was a game based around elites versus Spartans? This seemingly small customization option had a huge role in the popularity of the games. And if you know anything about Halo fans, then you know they want some goddamn playable elites. So give them what they want. Put some extra effort into the game, add playable elites, and you'll find the popularity and happiness of people skyrocket. Adding playable elites into a Halo game does nothing but improve your product and the selling point it offers. And with the community so fiercely demanding the return of playable elites, if you're any kind of business, you'll bring that back in Halo 6. Number 4, the content. So let's move on to the actual content in Halo 5 and the monthly updates. On the surface, you might think monthly updates are good. Adding free content post-launch is an amazing idea for marketing. Oh wait, what's that? What's in the updates? Big team battle? Griffball? Infection? Wait, Forge? Wait, Firefight? If you're going to promote your game as having free DLC and monthly updates for 8 months, don't take out core features of your game that have been in previous games on day one and try to sell them back to us like you're doing us a favor. It's deceptive, and people can see straight through that shit. Don't treat us like idiots. We know Big Team Battle is supposed to be in the game on day one, as well as all those other features. I mean, think about this. If all those things were in Halo on day one, then you can use the monthly updates for all different sorts of things. Maybe you add in race in the first update. Then you have a weekly race playlist to promote this update. Race isn't the most essential component of Halo. It's important, but still, that's a way you could have taken advantage of the updates. I mean, what if Warzone Firefight was there on day one, and by the time June hit, you gave us Playable Elites, or a Kraken Assault or something? I mean, sure, this might be a short-term solution to the declining popularity of the game that launched with barely any content, and people are definitely going to tune in after each update, but that's just a short-term solution, and you need to think long-term as a business. I mean, what do you think all those Halo Forge YouTube channels were doing for the 2 months Forge wasn't in the game? Probably just twiddling their thumbs thinking, why the fuck is Forge not in the game? And this applies to all the other stuff we've gotten in the updates. Deceiving people, offering the smallest game possible on day one, and not having these features available after people pay $65 is absolutely ludicrous from a business standpoint. Anyone with half a brain sees through this shit. As a business, if you're gonna do these sleazy things, you gotta be more subtle about it. You gotta come out hard. You gotta come out strong. 343, you need to understand the fact that first impressions are everything when it comes to video games. Most people buy the games when they first come out, and if it doesn't impress them, they'll put it away. That's how the business works. Also, the more you spread out the development of the game into its own lifespan, the less people are going to play the updated material, meaning less people get to experience the game as was intended. Look at my Warzone stats here. I was big into Warzone when it came out, but then look at this. On the original 3 Warzone maps, I have 281 games. On the 3 maps that have been added throughout the updates, I have played only 49. This is the disparity of stats almost all players will have. When you add maps into the game that late, people don't play them as much, and they play the same maps over and over and over again, and they get tired of those. That's why I don't play Warzone anymore, is because I'm tired of the maps. As consumers, we have way too many options in the FPS genre to sit around for a year waiting for you to finish the game. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and have an opinion on how 343 can improve the Halo franchise and make way more money, then post your comments down below as always. Make sure you subscribe to the Actman channel for more awesome content. Also make sure to subscribe to my second channel, Actman TV, where I'll be posting gameplay videos and all sorts of different things. Videos coming soon. Get it? The ranked playlists coming soon in that one game. Anyways, that's all I got for today. This is the Actman signing out. Peace!